patrons of the art, thank you for coming to Art Lime Gallery. And this is a brainchild of myself and Gregory Williams. We have been talking about this space for the longest while to bring, arts and culture to Diego Martin and in a neighborhood like this and see what happens. And this has been going on for a few years, just talk. And I left for Boston, I think it was in June, and we were talking about doing it this year. And I stayed there longer than I expected. And Gregory kept calling me, telling me that I had to do it and I had to come back. So I came back on the 17th of November, 13 days ago, and we put this together in that short time. Getting the lights done, getting the place painted. We knew the artists before, but just pulling things together. So we did a 12 by 12 by 12, working with 12 artists, and smaller works 12 by 12. But the artists were supposed to bring the works by the 20th, so we could have this show open on the 30th. But, working with artists is a very interesting experience. They teach you a lot, and they teach you how to think and work out of the box. So, for example, like Laura Nicole just came in, and she did a lot. I learned a lot from her, and she called me just about every day to make sure I was doing everything right. And I appreciate that, and just to see her participation in creating this space. She brought her work. I think she was one of the first few to bring the works. She knew exactly what she wanted and where it should be, etc. And I'm thanking you, Laura, for pushing me to be my best, Right. And, of course, my husband, Kofi Kaiga, that's his work there. Right. So everybody was pushing me to do it. And I'm grateful for that because I think I'm better having done what they said and listened to the artists. So what I want for this piece, I grew up here, and now it's an art space. What I want for this space, I want it to be artist-centered. Most galleries around are not. I owned a gallery at one time in Boston, and it was really a nice, fun space. We are student artists from the art school, and we did a lot of interesting things, had poetry readings, and artists could come and share their ideas, etc. And that's what I want for this space, where it will be artist-centered. And I am a good listener, so I listen to artists, and I listen to people, and just to create something positive for the community. That's also the main thing. I've worked with most of these artists. We had a show in February at the Art Society, and I met most of them, and we put it together. Now this is the second show. And we want to do a show, in January, and really have a vibrant space where people could come and get together. That's the name, Art Lime Gallery. So I invite you to stay in touch with us. There's a book there. You can leave your name and email address, and we let you know what we are doing and when we are doing it. I have to thank a lot of people. Gregory, Gregory is just an incredible curator. He has created hundreds of shows. A very humble human. And I know sometimes I was getting to him because that's his work, and I will tell him what to do. And he would just say, okay, So, Gregory, thank you for pushing me to do this. I really appreciate it. We have worked together for quite a number of years. We did a show in 2015 in Woodbrook, and I understand him, he understands me, but I think he saw another side of me this time around. Even today, I say, Gregory, you have to stop everything by 5, and so really thank you. I could not have done it without you, and the rest of the artists. I met an artist just before I left, a really interesting guy, Carl Doyle. Gregory brought him here, and it was like, wow, this is the quality artist they have here, and he just, he's right here. He's right here. Today he got the labels done, he stayed until it got done, and that type of stuff. That's the kind of energy I want here. So Carl, I know we're going to have a great time here. This is the beginning of my relationship with like Gregory. Well, Gregory, we have it down pat. Right, but Carl and Pat Frederick, I mean, in February she trusted me. She didn't know anything about me, and she trusted me to hang her work, and I invited her again, and she came out, and that's her work there. And some of the artists are not here. I am sure you love the queens there on the table, and it just has been a lot of fun. Larry Maynard, I met him in February. So I was doing like a virtual show. I didn't know any of these artists, and talking to them online, and some of them didn't like it, but we pulled it together. It was a great show. We did the same thing here. We pulled it together. So I know we're going to have a good relationship. They're going to come back and, get representation here and all this. So again, I'm thanking my mom. I'm not seeing her. Oh, there she is. She has been my backbone to run up and down the day. I was just saying, do this and do that and do the other. And she's saying, why are you doing this? I love you and thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And for all those who I have not mentioned, it's really great. Courtney, my friend Charlene, everybody made this possible. And I want you all to continue and tell your friends and come out. All the works are up for adoption. And the artists, when I spoke with them, they wanted to give the audience a gift. So their prices are really, most of the prices are under $2,000. You won't find quality work like this for that price around, TNT. So they have given you a gift, and they would like a gift in return. So you can tell your friends, pick up your Christmas gifts and everything. So, that's really it. I'm happy that you came. And the exhibition goes until December 30th. So you have lots of time, Please come. The rest of the time, it's by invitation. Not invitation, by appointment only. So you can call me or call Gregory, and we'll be here. I just live in Pity Valley, so it's not a lot to come here and, show off the art. So that's it. Yeah, tell your friends, because it's really unique. Someone was passing by and they say, it's an art gallery there. I'm going to come back. That's the kind of energy this place will have, So again, thank you for coming. Right. This was done less than 13 days ago. I am just amazed how much things we got. So it's a work in progress. We're going to get a sign up, etc. If you were here last week around this time, you'd never think this. You'd never think this would happen. But I'm accustomed working under pressure, and I'm accustomed working like this, getting projects done. I can do a project. So most people, I'm sure when Pat came here to drop off her work, she was to say, these people are crazy. They're going to have a show on the 30th. Right. So, we pulled it off, and we're going to continue doing this type of work,
This exhibition was supposed to be 12 by 12, which means the size of the works, 12 by 12, 12 artists, and the price is $1,200. And this is a sample of some of the work on the wall. I could walk around and show you. And you could see the names of the artists. This is George Millet. Right. This one is Carl Doyle. Different styles for George. This is Kamika Friday, a young person. There's watercolors and collages. This is Lestra Henry. Lestra also has dolls. She also makes dolls. Ceramics and fabric. And the paintings are Lestra's also. And these four here by Joseph Charles. Joseph Charles, the artist who lives in Port of Spain. Right? Who else? This is Pat Farrell Frederick. She works in collages like buttons and threads, and you might have to come closer for them to see the detail of the fabrics and found objects. This is Kofi Kaiga. He's a famous international artist. A famous international artist that lives in Trinidad now. And he's also part of the gallery. His wife is the curator of the gallery. Right? Yeah, this is Gad Duncan, another young artist, and he works in watercolor. He also works in different medium, but his work this time is just watercolors. Right? Virginia Pacific is another. She works in acrylic. They're moving around. Right? Okay? Yeah. This is Laura Nicole. She studied in England and also UE Creative Arts Center, and this is how well, you know Larry Maynard, pen and ink. Shinika Aline, a young person, but she does portraits and landscapes. Yes, yeah. Yeah, that one is charcoal.
Hi, I'm Carl Doyle, visual artist, and what we have here, 12 paintings. The themes are centered around, Caribbean expression or some sort of Caribbean expression, Caribbean themes. We have the steel pan, we have the landscape, we have the scenes around the beach. Again?
What material do you use?
All of the works here are produced using acrylic paint, straight acrylic mixed on a palette and applied with a brush, or I would have used an acrylic marker. Yes, so this is just a landscape. A lot of the works, I'm drawing reference from recent works that I would have done, or different things that would have inspired me in recent past. So I would have recently concluded studies at the master's level at UE on faith and culture and development, and as in Christianity in particular, Caribbean Christianity. And with that still fresh in my mind, I was able to draw on that for inspiration. So I use elements of Christianity, elements of Caribbean expression, meaning the steel pan, and then just bits of the landscape in general. So
the work looks very well completed. It's very, what shall I say? You can see that you're very detailed in what you're doing, and you give it a finish that is, it's, I don't know what word it is.
If you could give me an example of you could come up to it and engage it if you wish.
Because here, yes, it shows your personality comes out as a perfectionist. It's very well done. And I can see the crosses, the Christianity. It appears in different ways in the painting. You can see some of it.
Okay.
I like it.
Thank you. Interesting. I wouldn't say a perfectionist, but I tend to want to put a lot of emphasis on line. So I suppose maybe that element is what you're referring to.
Level of movement, too. Very good.
Thank you.
I play with my work and I pray about my work. Well, the prayers make the work better. But at the same time, it is discovery. I'm discovering as I work. And as I work, I become clearer. And the clarity make the difference. And I like color also. I like color. And as I play with color, the work expresses itself. And as it expresses itself, there's a connection. I connect with the outside world. I work from the inside world and I get understanding for the outside world.
What impressed me most, I am really quite impressed by the entire exhibition. This is a special aspect of it because the models, the African designs, and an Indian, sorry lady, but the African designs are quite fascinating. One thinks in terms of fashion as well as the making of the little statuettes. And I suppose that the artist has created the fabric that could very well be taken a step further. But it's Laura Nicole, here she is. So I'm just saying what a wonderful display of art this is, and that I'm particularly impressed by the feature wall that you've dominated. It's all your work, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is, and quite a variety you've managed to show us. It's birds and butterflies. Please do. Please tell us more.
Originally, I'm an abstract artist, but in this body of work, I incorporated realism with the abstract art. In this body of 12 pieces, I incorporated texture and abstract. I incorporated the abstract with realism and impressionism. And the work is very heavily textured because my father was blind, so he could feel and be part of the work. No, it's a mott bird. Yes, a mott bird of Tobago is recognized by the tail. And I fluffed up the feathers, so he's posing on a bench.
Hi, my name is Larry Maynard, Trinidad artist. I'm very passionate about art. I love Trinidadian culture and I love drawing people. These are my pieces here, as you can see. The one at the top is Limbo Like Me. This is Calypso Cricket. This one is the Man with the Hammer. And this one is Drums of My Ancestors, right? These are done in pen and ink, right? I love Trinidad culture and I like to promote it. Positive things about my art. So I want to welcome you to this gallery, right? It's very beautiful, right? We'll be on for about a month, right? Here you can come and get a wide variety of gifts. We have many different artists.
My name is Gregory Williams. I'm one of the senior artists in Trinidad and Tobago. I am 72 years old now, you know, and this is some of my work. And this gallery is a new project. It now starts, and I am part of it. And we'll go here one time. Yeah, that's yours. Yes, this whole area right here. These are some of my works, oil and acrylics, and also pen and ink drawings. Right nearby, okay. And this is a watercolor. All right, I work in different styles, abstract mainly, and sometimes realistic portraits, landscapes, watercolor, acrylic, oils, pastels, you know.
My name is Pat Farrell Frederick, and basically I am a fabric collage artist. I mainly work in fabric. I create wonderful things out of scraps of fabric, and But I also go into things like acrylic, like these two paintings here and these here, and also I work with paper. So paper, that little one is paper. The rest of them are fabric, collages, and I also use, it's more often like mixed media, and I use found objects, different kinds of objects to go along with my theme. My themes often come from, in my head, my imagination, nature, or if there's an art show that has a certain theme, I will do a piece about it. So that's where I get my pieces.
Hi, good evening. So we are here serving Angostura 7-year-old rum. You can either have it on the rocks or you can have it mixed with LLB, club soda, cokes, or ginger ale.